AA football.
It's a hell of a weekend.
Man, this weekend was crazy as shit, man. Now, the Tide got rolled by the Cocks.
In other words, South Carolina beat Alabama. But for you people out there, that was Alabama's third-ranked opponent in a row. Find another team that has to do that this year.
Yeah, this is the thing, man. I'm not even a Bama fan, okay? But when you have to play 3 games, like, how do you prepare for that shit? That's the problem with the Boise States and TCUs. You can sit there and say, oh, they're good and they're blowing people out 59-0. But you know what, man? If you have to play hard opponents every fucking week, you're going to get an L, okay? And we're going to talk farther about this when we get into the show about what the projected BCS standings are and how fucked up they are right now. But we're going to talk about the new number 1 is Georgia's favorite team, Ohio State. Woo-hoo. Ohio State. Terrell Pryor.
And here's the way I see it, and people are going to tell me I'm wrong. Ohio State's going to go undefeated. Not only are they going to go undefeated.
This is going to be
not only are they going to go undefeated.
This motherfucker's going.
Not only is Ohio State going to go undefeated, they're going to play for the BCS title game, and that god-awful excuse of a quarterback you motherfuckers have is somehow, some way going to win the Heisman Trophy.
Look, Lex, I'm going to tell you what right now, okay?
That's all I'm telling you. Say that shit again, I'll cut you.
What? Lex, what you going to cut me with, man? You don't even got a knife, shorty. What, a key? You'll fucking slice me up with a key, man.
That's how I see it going down.
What?
People like him, and wait, he'll call it. Who's Ohio State going to lose to this week?
I think Ohio State is could possibly lose to Whoa. Okay. But
how the fuck? 10 minutes ago, there was no possible to it.
See how this motherfucker is?
No, 10 minutes ago, there was no possible to it. So don't back up now. This motherfucker got the car in reverse and trying to get out of here. No,
I'm not.
10 minutes ago.
And
back up to that shit.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna tell you right now, the motherfuckers are gonna get badgered out. Is that a word, nigga? I don't know. But the Badgers are going to beat them down up in Wisconsin.
Not going to happen, Captain.
It's going to happen, Captain. Yeah, you can believe that shit. Just like you was like, oh, Michigan going to run the table, man. Wolverines, motherfucker.
I said they could.
They might could have no defense and got fucked up by the Spartans.
Okay.
God damn, they got the beat down, man. What did Denard do?
Spartans aren't even in the top 10. Michigan State's not even in the top 10.
Oh, no, not now, no. No,
yeah,
not now.
They're
probably like this. But not even now, speaking of that, Michigan obviously, hosted Michigan State. There goes the.
Did you hear they're adding a new charm to Lucky Charms?
What?
The LSU Tiger
sure.
has to be the luckiest team in all of in the NC2A.
Now, you know what's funny, man? I'm going to tell you what. You're a big LSU fan. I'm like, whatever, to George's Pops, if you're watching the show this week, you know what? I know you love your LSU Tigers. But I'm going to tell you what. I will say this about this. Les Miles has the biggest testicles on the fucking planet. Okay? Now, I'm not going to go down there and measure that nigga's testicles. But I'm going to tell you what. He's got some big-ass fucking testicles. You can believe that shit. I think one testicle is probably the size of Jupiter and the other one's about the size of Saturn. Because he doesn't give a fuck. Who does that shit? Did you see that shit, man? He flipped the fucking ball. He doesn't give a fuck who you are, where they're playing. He will do anything. That motherfucker is crazy, man. Don't get him at the poker table. He will take all your cheese.
Now, on to the team that Kevin and I actually both agree on and both like to see do well, Nebraska. They have a redshirt freshman at quarterback. His last name's Martinez. I'm assuming he's running as if he were trying to get into Arizona or stay out of Arizona, but I'm not really sure.
Taylor Martinez is a nasty shit. 241 yards rushing last week.
He set a record for quarterback rushing at Nebraska in a single game.
And you're talking about, they've had quarterbacks that rushed their ass off crowds. They've had fucking,
who's the black dude?
Oh my God, what's on? I got his jersey upstairs.
Frazier, no?
They had Frazier.
That's a
and then they had, whatchamajig, who coaches Kansas?
Whatever.
Anyway, we were lost. But anyway, Taylor Martinez is, all of a sudden, Nebraska had a bye, so everybody go, they play. Nebraska had a bye, so they've only played 5 games. Right now, he's sitting right behind Denard Robinson, rushing. And this kid is fucking good as shit.
Yeah, he lit
and he did this shit against Kansas State, okay? Not San Diego State, Southwestern Corridor University. You know what I mean?
Now, on to the most jacked up thing going. It's called the projected BCS standings. Number 1 is Boise State.
Now,
Number 2 is Oregon. Number 3 is TCU. Then you have Oklahoma, and then here's what I don't understand: the number 1 team in the nation is 5th, Ohio State. I don't get it.
This is why, and this is what I was trying to explain. This is the projected BCS standings if they were coming out today. Right now, the current standings are Ohio State, Oregon, Boise State, TCU, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Auburn, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina. What it really should be. But when the BCS comes into play with their crazy ass fucking computers, they're looking at margin of victory, who you played, and the only team that's really got deep into their schedule and had a hard are the SEC teams, because Bama, they played 3 SEC opponents back to back to back, and you know what? Because of that, they suffer a loss. So immediately, the computer's going to take them down in the rankings. That's what's fucked up. Now, Boise State will sit at number 1 when the rankings come out Sunday, but those motherfuckers, the first win that Oregon gets, they're going to leapfrog. Then when Oklahoma gets a win, they're going to leapfrog them.
I hope so.
And that's when they start playing their opponents.
Anyway, now's the time to start watching college football if you haven't. Because now, and this is the one thing that's amazing about college football. You can literally lose one game and have your whole season be ruined. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if Boise State and TCU stay undefeated, and every other team behind them has a loss, I don't give a shit what your BCS says. They should play 1 versus 2.
Boise State.
Yeah, if Boise State and TCU, let's just say, because hypothetically speaking, it could happen, and according to your projected BCS as of now, what if your opinion? If Boise State and fucking shitty TCU are 1 and 2 in the nation, both undefeated, and every team behind them has a loss, shouldn't they play each other?
Man, I ain't worried about none of that shit, man. You got scarlet fever, nigga. Are you alright? Did I just hear you say Boise State should play for the national championship?
If they're undefeated.
Did you smoke some shit before you walked in?
I should have.
Did you guys remember?
Look, like I said, you can only play who's on your schedule, and I don't blame
Boise State should not play for the national championship
if they're undefeated.
If they're okay, but say they go undefeated and Oregon goes undefeated and Oklahoma goes undefeated.
Yeah, and if my dick was 3 feet long, I only didn't give you that. I said if I said Boise State and TCU were undefeated, shouldn't they play each other if they're 1-2?
I'm going to tell you what right now. Remember I said this, guy. Right now, okay? Who do you think is going to go undefeated? You just said earlier. Ohio State, okay? Now, Ohio State has a chance because they only have Wisconsin that can beat them, and Iowa. Okay? Those are the biggest challenges on their schedule, okay? If they run the table, they'll move up, okay? They'll be undefeated, okay? Now, Oklahoma and Nebraska.
They're going to have to play each other in the Big 12 title.
Right, but there's a very good chance that those 2 teams could go into the Big 12 title undefeated because they don't play each other during the regular season. So if both of those teams went into the Big 12 title game undefeated, one of them would come out undefeated.
Okay, so this segment of the show is going on way too long, and no one gives a shit.
Okay, so we're going to move on to football.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Moving on right now. All 9 people who are still watching this show.
I know, man. But anyway, NFL. You know what? Nobody cares about the games because everybody cares about Brett Favre's dick on text messages and all that other crazy shit. What is wrong with Brett Favre, man? Have you learned a lesson? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna do it yet.
I mean, he's crazy.
Did you see the picture he sent of the girl? Did you see the girl he sent in this video?
Shorty, let me tell you something. This girl's smart as shit, man. Because she's like, you know what? I'm getting ready to do a layout for Maxim, and you know what? I'm gonna.
She was in Playboy.
Is she in Playboy now?
She was in Playboy when she was back in college.
Right, and now she's getting ready to do a spread for Maxim, and now all of a sudden she times that and gets these pictures. It's timing, Shorty.
Yeah. Her PR person said, "You still got his dick on file?"
Yeah. That nigga wasn't packing that shit, was he? Damn, Brett. I'm glad you can throw a football like a motherfucker.
Now, on to other big news. I understand all of a sudden now you're not allowed to tweet before a game, but Terrell Owens said they were going to give a ball to a fan signed by him and Chad Ochocinco before the game, and all you had to do was look out for Terrell's assistant, and they fined the man for tweeting that. He didn't tweet about the game. He didn't tweet about what he was going to do. He tweeted about giving a football to a fan that was autographed. You have to draw the line somewhere. That shit's ridiculous.
Did you know where you draw the line? In the books, or when they sit there and say, "Don't do that shit, motherfucker." Just like when the guy gave the high five and he was fat as shit, he rolled over on the Cowboys team, and he fell down. You know what? You should have thought about your balance, you fat jelly roll eating motherfucker, because you fell on your back because you have no balance and you cost your team a 15-yard penalty. Now, he should look at the rule book and say, "You know what? I'm not the most coordinated balancing type motherfucker. I don't know if I want to do a chest press or a high five with my opponent. I mean my teammate, for fear that I might fall on my ass." They go over all this shit all the time with these guys.
Anyway, I don't think they should find him.
What do you think about the fight between Moss and
Brady? I heard it was his quarterback coach, but now it's against Tom Brady. But here, you know what? Don't care because Randy Moss is playing tonight with
he
Brett
told
Favre.
that mug. They were in a little spat and they said something, and then Brady said, "Shape your beard," which he had every right to say because Randy Moss' beard is so nappy you could put that shit in a BB gun and just pick off pigeons and shit all day long. Yeah. Have you seen that motherfucker's beard, man?
And
like
he Kimbo
said,
Slice.
"Fuck you." He makes Kimbo Slice's beard look like
you seen
Jesus'
Braylon
beard.
Edwards?
That's nothing. Randy Moss has a snappy nappy beard. It is crazy. It looks. Have you seen it? Check it out. Now he got mad at Tom Brady and told him cut your hair.
Okay, because Tom Brady looks like Justin Bieber.
He's like, I can't. Jizelle said I can't cut my hair. Jizelle told him, don't cut your hair, nigga. You're gonna walk around looking like Jesus for the rest of this month, okay? Don't cut your hair. He's like, I'm not, honey. I'm not gonna cut my hair. Fuck that shit. I'm not cutting my hair. Giselle told him. Giselle said, don't cut the hair. He's like, I'm not, baby. I'm not gonna listen to anything that Randy says. I'm not cutting shit. That's how it went down. Look at it. It's all on the internet. Giselle said, don't cut it. That's why the motherfucker's hair is down here, shorty.
Okay. As
Now,
the rest of the NFL, I don't know what there's to talk about. The Eagles look like some hot piss. The Redskins got lucky, and the Cowboys, it's
I'm
not
gonna
your
say
year.
Redskins got lucky, man. They're a physical football team. You know what's funny? The Redskins last year. I'm gonna say this real quick, and you guys can agree with me or not. The Redskins last year lost these kind of games. You know why? Because they just found ways to lose games. This year they're finding ways to win games because they got a good coach and they can.
Can somebody give me a shovel?
Huh?
I gotta get out this bullshit.
Your
team is rotten.
Look, you know what's funny?
Your team's rotten.
No, you know what's funny? He says the same thing about the Eagles too. But you know what? I don't even think the Eagles are that bad. They're finding ways to win games because of Andy Reid. You know, they got all. These are teams that are finding a way to win games. There's nothing wrong with that.
Kevin Cole
Now,
sucks a porn cock. He is
why's it got to be a porn guy?
because it's huge.
How do you
No
know?
little
Do you
dick
think all
motherfuckers
porn
are-
stars?
All the shit I've looked at ain't no fucking peanut shooting motherfucker like
I've
this
seen
in any
some small
video.
dick- well, I know you've seen every damn porn in the world. So I ain't
Pretty
gonna
much.
argue with you.
No, I'm sorry. Look, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm not a fanatic like some of you, but I don't think the Eagles are that good. I think they're overrated. LaShawn McCoy is that motherfucker needs to put on some tap shoes and channel his inner Sammy Davis and stop that shit. Tap dance on Saturday, motherfucker. When you get the ball, get up in the hole. This shit you do, stop.
What do you think
Get the
about-
fuck up in the hole.
What do you think about the Cowboys?
Fuck them.
I think, and I'm gonna tell you guys this. I think the Cowboys. It's funny as shit. They're 1-3, and I laugh because I hate the Cowboys. But you know what? The Cowboys are much better than the Reds, and it's the first time ever that the ball always falls the Cowboys' ways. And you know, and it isn't doing that shit. They're having the worst fucking luck, and I love it. And that's all I gotta say.
And now
about it.
here's all you Pittsburgh fans out there. You gotta be excited, right? You get your rapists back. The Steelers, they get their rapists back this week. They got to be excited.
If his timing's on, he's gonna light up shit because they're
I'm
the best
sure
team
he
in
will.
the NFL.
He's had 6 weeks off.
And when the Ravens get back Ed Reed, the best teams in the NFL are 3 AFC teams: the Jets, the